Reflexive verbs are verbs where the person doing the action is also receiving the action. Like if I were to hit myself, I would be doing the action and receiving it.
This is how you conjugate reflexive verbs. For example, levantarse. First you take off the ending se, and you use either me, te, se, nos, or se. Then you conjugate the ar and conjugate levantar to its original form, like levanto, levantas, levanta, levantamos, and levanta.
This is how you conjugate the reflexive verb hablarse. Okay. First you take off the ending, se, and you add to the beginning me, te, se, nos, or se, and then you conjugate the ar for the yo form, the tu form, the ello, ella, usted form, the nosotros form, or the ustedes, ellos, ellas form. So then you would have me hablo, te hablas, se habla, nos hablamos, or se hablan. This is how you conjugate ponerse. So for this, repeat the previous steps from before, but make sure you conjugate the ending for the er verb. This one has an irregular yo form, so it turns out to be me pongo, te pones, se pone, nos ponimos, and se ponen.
This is how you use reflexive verbs in sentences. Pablo se pone los zapatos. So Pablo is putting the shoes on himself. Therefore, Pablo is doing and receiving the action. Margarita se maquilla la cara. So Margarita is putting the makeup on herself, so she's receiving and doing the action.
Here are a couple more examples of putting reflexive verbs into sentences. Carlota se pone el vestido azul. Carlota is putting on the blue dress on herself, so she is doing the action and receiving it. And then, tú te quitas la chaqueta. You take off the jacket. So you are doing the action and receiving the action. Here's one last example of using reflexive verbs in sentences. Los estudiantes se preparan para la escuela. The students prepare themselves for school. Therefore, they are doing the action and receiving it. Both these sentences are negative sentences and mean the same thing, but they can be written two different ways. You can either place the negative word before the verb, or you can place no before the verb and then the negative word after. These are two more sentences using negative words that mean the same thing, but are written two different ways. You can put the negative word before the verb, or place no before the verb, and then write the negative word.
This is how you use indefinite words in sentences. I always do my homework. Do you like this dress or this dress? The two indefinite words are siempre and o.
This is how you use the preterite form of ir in a sentence. We went to school and learned Spanish. The preterite in this sentence is fuimos.